Tonight, you will probably lie awake. Your phone will be face down on the nightstand. The room will be dark, and your brain will refuse to stop. You'll replay a conversation from 3 days ago. You'll mentally rehearse a meeting that hasn't happened yet. You'll stare at the ceiling and wonder why, in a world built entirely around your comfort, sleep is still so hard to find. And here's the thing. That feeling, that restless, racing, wide-awake at 2 a.m. feeling, is not a modern failure. It is one of the oldest experiences in the human story. Your ancestors lay awake too, in the dark, in the cold, listening to sounds they couldn't name. But what they did next was nothing like what you do. Jerome Siegel, a sleep researcher at UCLA, spent years studying the Hadza of Tanzania, the San people of Namibia, and the Tsimane of Bolivia, 3 of the last remaining hunter-gatherer groups on Earth. Groups whose lives most closely mirror what human existence looked like before electricity, before beds, before the concept of a fixed 8-hour sleep window. What he found completely dismantled everything modern science thought it knew about sleep. These groups did not sleep 8 hours straight. They never did. Instead, they slept in 2 distinct windows. One in the evening, one before dawn, with a natural period of wakefulness in between. A gap that could last anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. A gap that, for tens of thousands of years, was not considered insomnia. It was simply the middle of the night. The question is, what did they do with it? Anthropologists call it the second sleep. And if you've ever woken at 3 a.m. and felt strangely alert, not groggy, not anxious, just quietly awake, you've brushed up against something your body still remembers. For ancient humans, that window was not wasted. It was used. In cold climates, it was the moment someone stoked the fire. Not because they set an alarm, because the body, cooling slowly over the first sleep, would rouse itself at the exact moment the embers needed attention. The human body and the campfire had a relationship. They kept each other alive. In warmer climates, the second wake window was often social. People would move between shelters. They would check on children. Elders would speak. The Hadza, Siegel observed, rarely have all members of the group asleep simultaneously. There is almost always someone awake. This pattern, he argued, was not accidental. It was an ancient alarm system. Predators don't schedule their attacks. So humans evolved to never fully surrender the night. But there's another layer to this that goes deeper than survival. Roger Ekirch, a historian at Virginia Tech, spent 20 years combing through pre-industrial diaries, court records, medical texts, and literature from medieval Europe. What he found was a world that treated the 2-sleep cycle as completely ordinary. References to the first